Dun 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 do 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 do. Dun 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 do 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 do. Three guys and no bear are here with a dumb dog because that's his screen name. Do 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 do.
Yeah,
but Apollo's not really dumb.
That's according to you. Not according to the picks.
Not only is his name dumb, it's very dumb.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I was going off of the Discord names.
Okay. Understandable. What's up, everybody? How's it going? It is time for dude, we're in week 7.
Week
7.
Woo.
How did this
like
happen?
2 months.
Yeah, we're almost halfway through the season.
Season's practically over.
Oh my god. And you know what? Some teams, it kind of already is over.
Yeah.
Yep.
Especially if you're like, the Jaguars, the Dolphins.
How's
they
that
play
going
each
for
other.
you, Rob?
Oh, it's the same as always. It's been. I mean, it's been over 10 years at this point. Like, I'm very used to it now.
So now you're in the positions where instead of winning and going to the playoffs, now you just get to ruin other people's days or weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like the Titans.
Yeah.
Like the Titans.
Just like the Titans. Dude, not all of us can call the Titan pick. Not all of us are that
Whatever.
great at
You
pick'ems.
got the luckiest damn pick'ems.
All of us can predict that Josh Allen would make the dumbest decision of his life.
Literally, all he had to do was fall anywhere but like the
Backwards.
side that he went to.
Well,
He took this I don't know what type of hero complex he has, but he took this side little hop to the left at like he's Barry Sanders or something, and that's what caused him to slip. You moron!
Well, I
Just
mean,
fall forward.
Luckily, ESPN's Chris Broussard said the Bills lost due to the absence of their Pro Bowl tackle Taylor Lewin. Now, he probably didn't understand that he's on the Titans, not the Buffalo Bills. So, great ESPN reporting.
Yeah.
Thanks, Sports Center.
We'll get to that game though.
Don't worry, we'll take
get to
it.
that
We'll
game.
take it from here. Don't worry, we got you covered, ESPN.
So let's just hop right into the games. Might as well, right? We're trying to keep these shorter. At least like an hour and a half maximum. Like 2 hours.
Yeah,
You start
90 minutes is.
Then we get a little.
get a little loopy,
wild.
hungry, wild.
We
Need
get a
a
little
Snickers.
ornery.
When you got to rant about a game though.
Yeah.
It's true.
Well, we had the first game of the week was Buccaneers Eagles. This was a game.
I forgot. Was it really this close, or is this one of those misleading scores?
It's a little misleading.
Because I don't remember.
It's misleading, but the Buccaneers really didn't do they didn't do themselves any favors. We had a comfortable lead. Everyone got cocky, and then penalties started adding up, and then the next thing you know, the Buccaneers are like, hey, our 2-touchdown lead is now only one score and a 2-point conversion lead. We better start wrapping it up. And once again, if you want to almost beat the Bucs, just pass. All you got to do is pass to the right side and profit. And Richard Sherman got injured, so we're now on like our 5th string safety, which is good.
Oh.
So great signing there, Bucs. We got an injured. What? How many seasons is he now? 12-year season? 12.
It's played
13?
a while, yeah.
I mean, it's like that was a 1-year contract well spent, but it really wasn't that close, but it shouldn't have been. It should have been less closer. If that makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, Jalen Hurts was really bad this game.
Or
Really bad.
Yeah.
Has he not been bad for me? He just seems like he's not very good.
From what I've seen, he can run. He's like Lamar Jackson light, where like he can run, but
Pretty
he can't
fucking
run as
light.
well, and then he can pass, but he can't pass as well, which is not good because Lamar Jackson's already not the greatest at passing, although he has gotten better. 12 of 26 is below 50%.
I mean, they also don't have a particularly strong anything on offense.
Yeah, that's
right.
true, too.
So I mean, he's.
Well, they have
he's
Zach
also-
Ertz. Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did not have Zach Ertz. How sad was I when I found out at the end of the week? By the way, thanks a lot, Apollo's team. That Jalen Hurts was my number 1 quarterback for the week out of 3. 3 quarterbacks, and Jalen Hurts got the garbage time touchdown, and he was my best quarterback by 9 points.
Yeah,
that's rough.
That is pretty rough.
I did beat Coach though, so I feel good about that.
You did win. I love the Miami Dolphins not using Miles Gaskin a week after you. Either way, Eagles don't look good. They got rid of Ertz. They're not doing anything now. Also, the Buccaneers
they're phoning it in the rest of the year.
Yeah, it was check down screen city. With
I remember that.
Yeah, because like the Eagles couldn't stop it. They couldn't stop it. They just kept doing it.
That might mean that they'll win the division now. That might be the thing that does it.
Eagles.
Yeah,
that'd be great.
That would be funny.
Get the Cowboys out of there.
Sometimes giving up is your best strategy.
But I mean, Leonard Fournette looked great. Tom still looks great. He's the league leader in passing, which that's to be expected, I suppose. And
kind of.
I mean, he should be. He is the GOAT, Rob.
Well, yeah. I just mean like no one. You shouldn't expect the 44-year-old QB to be like very high in MVP consideration. Like that seems silly.
I know what you're getting at, but this ain't no ordinary 44-year-old QB.
You're not wrong.
He goes by the name of Tom Brady. Rob, you may have heard about him. Have you heard about this? Have you seen this?
Is he on the Broncos?
He is.
That's what it is, right?
He plays with Melvin Gordon.
Yeah, Melvin Gordon. That's right.
That's right. Okay.
That's him.
Yeah. But Bucks, only 1 loss, and it was a fluke. And the Bucks are 5-1. Woo!
All right. Well,
seems nice.
Speaking of teams that are the opposite of 5-1, the Dolphins and the Jaguars played in London. London getting the games of the year over there with Atlanta and New York Jet football last week. Now this one.
Representation of the NFL.
Trevor Lawrence did okay. He threw for 319 yards and a touchdown. James Robinson, 73 yards and a touchdown. Tua, 329 yards, 2 TDs and a pick. And the Jaguars won on a last-second field goal. Now, I don't know what else happened this game. I did not watch it. I
did. It was pretty exciting, actually. Like, it got pretty wild at the end.
Well, what wasn't wild was Myles Gaskin, 5 carries, 9 yards. He got me 2 points, and I'm never playing him again. I've moved on now.
That's fair. Also important to note, this is breaking the Jaguars' losing streak of 20
games.
Yeah,
it's
so
over.
The Jaguars have proved that no one beats the Jaguars 20 times in a row.
That's
or
21
times in a row.
Yeah.
Man, what happened? Miami was not supposed to be this bad this year.
No.
What happened?
They're supposed to be like contending for the division.
They look horrible, like extra horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some bad things going on over there in Miami.
Like
Gaskin, who did they beat? Was it the Jets?
They beat New England week 1.
Oh.
Right. That's right.
Those were good times. Gaskin got me 12 points back then. Here's the Gaskin adventure, right? I started him against the Colts, got me 0.3 points. Benched him against Tampa Bay, 32 points. Start him this week, 2.4 points. Like I'm better off just starting anybody else, like literally anybody, because you're just rolling the dice every week. Like I'm off the train.
Oh. All right. So by the way, I wanted to check in on how the Dolphins are doing.
Yeah.
Fan wise. So I went to their subreddit.
Mm-hmm.
It's all Dolphin memes. It's gone. They've given up on the season, I think.
Oh yeah, for good reason.
Yeah.
I do recall one time when we were like, man, Dolphins gonna be scary. Second year Tua, they've got the system installed, gonna be really, really good.
I mean, there is still a lot of football to be played, but 1-5 is certainly not.
No, you're done. You're
done.
Yeah,
that's pretty bad.
I dare say it's suboptimal.
Oh yeah.
What about they have a good amount of injuries, right? And I think isn't who's their for some reason his name is escaping me. Their receiver, their good receiver,
Jalen Waddle
on the
the
Dolphins.
rookie?
Yeah, no, not him. Not on
Gesicki. You're thinking Gesicki.
Devontae
no.
Smith, I think.
No.
All
We
right,
don't know who you're
okay.
thinking of, Rob.
Hold on.
Jerry Rice.
That was him.
Jerry
That
Rice.
was him. Devontae Parker.
Yeah, that's who I was thinking of, not Devontae Smith.
Yeah. So Devontae Parker, yeah, he's not playing right now, and because he's like injured, right?
Yeah,
so,
but like every team's got injuries at this point.
I mean, you're not wrong.
I mean,
Like
their
they-
schedule's not going to do them any favors either. Like, they don't have a hard schedule, but they don't have an easy schedule. I mean, they have another game against the Bills, Ravens, Panthers, Saints, Titans. I mean,
Yeah, and like I don't know if
Yeah.
they're gonna beat the Patriots twice. I think they might lose the last Patriot game. I mean, that was already close to the first one. I mean,
I feel like they could easily lose either of the Jets games either or two. Like,
Yeah.
that's just
they can really lose any given
possible.
week at this point. I'd see them at this point getting like 4, maybe 5 wins.
Yeah.
Yep.
So then go Jaguars, you got to win. Cool.
Yeah.
Vikings Panthers.
You know, I want to feel good that I was like, I did the thing. I'm the one who picked right here. I told you guys, haha. But like, the Vikings deserve to lose this game legitimately. Like, I remember there was a point in the game where the Vikings were up like 2 scores, and then the little fucking next gen graphics thing showed up, and it was like Panthers chance of win 1%. And I went, oh, this is looking pretty good. And then 3 minutes later, we were in overtime, and I was like, okay, what happened, Vikings? What happened?
Yeah, I don't know. I see Kirk Cousins did well. He 373, 3 touchdowns. Dalvin Cook 140 yards and a touchdown on the ground.
That's wild.
Sam Darnold 17 of 41. Oof.
Yeah, how are they looking at the Panthers? How are they in this game? They
I
have
don't know.
only 100 yards of rushing between 2 guys, and then 200 yards from Sam Darnold and an interception. Where's the 28 points?
Apparently, I didn't watch
Oh,
much
they
of
blocked
this
the
game.
punt. That's right. They blocked
Oh,
the punt.
okay.
That's where those points are missing.
I didn't watch much of this game, but I heard I don't know. It doesn't track it on NFL.com, but there were a lot of drops for the Panthers as well. From the
I
Panthers
remember
receiver.
hearing that. Yeah.
Yeah.
This and McCaffrey didn't start. This is yet again.
on IR, isn't he?
Sure didn't. He's on the IR. There's my number 1 overall pick.
Wait, did they put him on IR this
He
week?
sure is, Rob.
He's out for another 3 weeks or something.
Week 10, Rob.
It's it's not good. I mean, the Panthers with McCaffrey are a playoff team. Without McCaffrey, they are not a playoff team.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what it boils down to.
It is wild how
Surprise
sometimes running back.
face. That CMC's injured.
I get it's
After
funny
drafted
that
him.
Sinvicta always picks last, and the year he picks first, his guy's injured.
Yeah, fucking hilarious.
I think it's pretty funny. Then this was a weird ass game. 34-6 Ravens over the Chargers.
The NFL ratings guy's gonna freaking cream his pants watching this game. Man, does he love the Ravens.
Lamar Jackson 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions, but Devontae Freeman ran for a touchdown. Latavius Murray ran for a touchdown, and Le'Veon Bell ran for a touchdown.
This is the first game where the Ravens actually looked good. Like, I know they're 5-1, but their first 4 wins all had huge asterisks on them. Like some of them
Lamar didn't look good.
Yeah, he didn't look great, but they ran the ball.
Yeah, this is the first game where I'm like, okay, the Ravens did a thing and they won the game.
And their defense, they shut down the Chargers. The Chargers are one of the best offenses in football right now, and they didn't do anything
until this freaking game. Like what happened, Herbert?
What the
heck, man?
Ravens these good.
Wow, they could not run the ball.
If you are able to shut down Austin Eckler, the Chargers have no team. He is the CMC of the Chargers.
He actually is, yeah. I mean, he had 6 carries for 7 yards, and Joshua Kelly had 4 carries for 7 yards. They averaged 1.5 yards a carry combined.
imagine my horror when I picked up Austin Eckler on DraftKings, thinking like, oh yeah, it's like guaranteed. He sells for a premium. Like, yeah, it's gonna be fine. And then the leading rusher on the Chargers was Justin Herbert with 2 rushes for 12 yards.
Now this is Miles Gaskin football if I've ever seen it.
Pretty awesome.
I don't know. I don't know what happened. Chargers. Maybe this is their like fluke game. Maybe it's just a bad matchup. I don't know. But these are teams that might play in the playoffs. Like, who knows, right?
That division is up in the air.
Yeah.
4-2, 3-3. Well, let's not give the Broncos any credit. They're going downhill fast.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't. I couldn't tell you who's going to win that division.
Yeah. There's the Chiefs in last place still, which is whack. The Chiefs are not going to finish in last place, I don't think. But
no.
I doubt it, but it is looking rough right now. Like their defense.
The Broncos have looked so bad the last 3 weeks.
It's
like
true.
extra bad.
Yeah.
I hate to say the whole "I told you so" game, but giant frauds. The Raiders they may be a fraud, but they're not as big of a fraud as the 3-0 start of the Broncos.
We'll get to it. It's the classic coach fired law.
Yeah.
Had to stick with it. It's the truth.
Yep.
Coach fired, win game. That is how it works.
Yeah.
Follow the rule.
I should have gone with it.
Yeah, I should have did it too.
It's like magic.
Yep.
But you didn't. So
Rams
Sports magic.
destroyed
Scorigami.
the Giants.
Mm-hmm.
Daniel Jones, 3 interceptions, 242 yards.
Why
Great
was
day.
he playing? Like,
Yeah. There was
what the fuck?
and he was injured the week before, I think concussion or something. Like, why would you
Yeah.
play? Like, you're going against
And
the
then-
Rams.
People were really pissed because they were playing him in garbage time too, and they were like, "What are you doing? Like,
Yeah.
the game's over. Get your fucking franchise quarterback out of there."
Yeah. And on the other side, Matt Stafford, 22 of 28, 251, 4 touchdowns, and a pick. So,
Man.
night and day, really.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this game occurred, and that's really all that needs. Well, they scored 28 of their points in the second quarter. Wow.
you're just now seeing this.
Yeah. So, yeah, the Giants, bad, Rams, good. Moving on.
Yeah.
Yep.
Colts Texans. See, now we've hit the point in the season where it's like, all right, these teams suck. We can move on. Like earlier in the season, we're like, I don't know, they got some stuff going on.
Who knows?
Who knows?
Oh yeah, wait, never mind. Yeah, I sucked.
Yeah, they stink.
Like the Texans. Texans actually looked crazy early on, and then now they don't. 31-3. Lost to the Colts. Carson Wentz, 223, 2 touchdowns, although he only threw 20 times. Jonathan Taylor, 145 yards and 2 touchdowns on 14 carries.
Yes, indeed.
That's Rob's running back.
Mm-hmm.
Spicy.
Very good. He's very, very good. He's actually putting on a great season right now. Like he's doing.
Sorry,
very
he's
well.
not Derrick Henry, so who fucking cares?
Yeah.
You're not wrong.
Get him out of here. But yeah, really, he's like the spark that keeps the Colts offense going, I think, because if he plays well, I think Carson Wentz can play well, but I don't think Carson Wentz can carry them. I think he can get the job done if he needs to. He's like that type of quarterback.
Yeah. Although, I mean, like he did put up like one impressive game this year, I think, so far, right? Like, maybe I'm.
You give a quarterback enough tries, they'll get one good game in there. Like, how many tries has Carson Wentz had at this point?
Yeah. The Colts. This was only their second win.
400-yard game.
This is only their second win.
It really, I mean, they don't. They also just don't spend a lot in the off season either. Like they do a lot of movement at all, like with picks or whatever.
Yeah.
Like I think they have like a huge amount of cap room too.
I mean, they've had an insanely difficult schedule too.
Yeah.
Seahawks, Rams, Titans, Dolphins, Ravens, Texans. I think the Dolphins and Texans are their 2 wins. So yeah, they lost to 3 really good teams and 1 team that was good.
And they should have beat the Ravens, but they imploded.
Yeah.
So that was, what are you going to do? I still think they could compete for the division. It depends if they can beat Tennessee again. If they can beat Tennessee again, then they can probably get it, but otherwise...
Yeah, they still feel like a sneaky good team.
Yeah, like they have a good defense. They have a good running game. They have a average quarterbacks. I mean, that could be enough. Then the Chiefs beat the football team, the Hogs.
I know Mahomes threw for like 400 yards, but he somehow still didn't look that good this game, for at least for a portion of it.
He had
made so many bad throws. It was unbelievable.
He had that one throw, like a wobble in the air, and they picked it off. I mean, Washington.
Jameis Winston energy this game.
Yeah, Washington was up 13-10 at halftime. Like
they just stopped playing the football.
Yeah, they stopped playing football, and then they lost because they gave up 21 points in the second half and scored 0. So that'll hurt y'all every time. On the Chiefs, they're without Edwards-Helaire. Is that his name? Clyde Edwards-Helaire?
Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
Yeah. So they have Darrell Williams, who I picked up, who I'm now going to be starting. He had 62 yards, 2 touchdowns, much better than Myles Gaskin. So that's
thank God you didn't start him over Myles Gaskin.
Yep, thank God. And then Kelsey, 99 yards, no touchdowns. I need some more touchdowns from Kelsey, but otherwise, on the other side, Heineke, 182 yards, a touchdown and a pick. Not great, not bad per se, but against the Chiefs, who have one of the worst defenses in the league, like you gotta put up numbers, dude.
Yeah, you should be lighting them up.
You can't score 13 points on that bad of a defense.
Yeah. So they ran the ball well. They had 8 carries, 45 yards, and 10 carries, 44 yards from McKissick and Gibson, which is like solid. And then
Chiefs managed to shut down Terry McLaurin, which is, I think, is probably the most important piece of that offense right now.
Yeah, that's a big one. 'Cause, I mean, otherwise they had McKissick with 65 receiving yards. He was the leading receiver. And then Ricky Seals-Jones. Love that name. And Diami Brown.
We'll say that the Chiefs are the 6th team in Super Bowl era to not have a winning record despite averaging 30-plus points per game on their first 6 games of the season.
Wow.
That's wild.
Only one of the previous 5 have made the playoffs, and that was the Patriots in 2012.
Oh, boy.
That is crazy. My God.
They're like the definition of like they're like the football's equivalent of a glass cannon kind of.
Yep. Yeah. They really are.
Deal.
And they took damage, and now all of a sudden they lost 2 HP, and now the glass cannon's broken. They gotta win 4 games to recharge it, and then they'll take damage again and lose another 2 HP, and then they can't get that devil deal.
All right, look, I wasn't gonna go that far into the analogy, but
I keep saying they remind me of these like old Packer teams where it's just no defense. Aaron Rodgers, please carry us, and then teams figure that out. And you can only make it so far with that. Specifically NFC Championship games, and then you lose. So.
Speaking of Aaron Rodgers.
Did you know he owns the Bears?
That was the only fun part of this whole game. It's kind of a boring game otherwise.
That's untrue. I had a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Awful game.
Rodgers, 17-23, 195 yards, 2 touchdowns. Pretty, conservative, solid game, man, because they ran the ball like hard. Aaron Jones, 76 yards, 13 carries. A.J. Dillon, 11 carries, 59 yards. A.J. Dillon's going to be a beast as the weather gets colder and like teams get more worn down, because that dude literally is built the same as Derrick Henry. He's like Derrick Henry Jr. He's got these massive Quadzilla quads, and he just plows over people. Like, they put him in at the end of the game, and he was just running over Bear defenders like nothing. So I'm like, oh, yeah. I'm ready for Quadzilla.
I did like that he did the discount double check.
Oh, yeah. Apparently the reason he did that was he saw fans in the stands giving him the old double bird.
Lady, yeah.
Yeah, he said he saw one lady giving him a double bird.
Yeah, and there was
I still own you.
And it was apparently he didn't know it was getting picked up by the mic either. He was just doing it, which I think is fun. I like hearing that. Like,
yeah, I mean, and when you have that kind of record against the team, you can say that.
He is right. Yeah, no, it's like it's stupid. It's like 25-5 or something.
Ben used to be able to say that to the Browns and the Bengals, but not anymore.
Yeah, it's first Bears record. It is 21-5.
Oh yeah.
But I believe one of those he got injured in the first quarter, so it's like it didn't even really count.
My God, I got to say, so far my front runner for biggest disappointment out of the rookie class, Justin Fields.
Yeah, I mean, he's not.
He
been
doesn't
thrust in.
really have a team to play
He doesn't
with.
have a
Yeah.
team. He doesn't have a team, and he's been making some rookie mistakes that can be forgiven and stuff. But I was surprised that he is having to run so much that they're not just developing plays for him to just scramble. I mean, like if they start developing the playbook like for some Michael Vick-esque type runs and bootlegs and that stuff.
Well, you're
you're
assuming that Matt Nagy is a good coach.
Correct. If anything, I want to see a Justin Fields without a Matt Nagy and see if we can get an actual representation of how good or bad he is.
Yes.
Like it's starting
and like some other offensive players.
Yeah,
too.
we've seen how coaching and the team can make
It's
look
just that
terrible.
the expectations from my perspective were so high for Justin Fields because I thought that he at one point was going to be like just the standout stud of the rookie class until we saw him play.
He looks terrified.
Level.
Like,
Yeah.
there's one thing I've noticed that he's always scared, and I feel like that if he can like gain a little bit of confidence and a little bit of ability to not run around like a psycho the second a D lineman comes within 10 feet, like I think he might have a chance to show up.
Yeah, he does have a case of the happy feet, but I hope because I actually do like Justin Fields, so I'm hoping that like he gets a team built around him. But Nagy's
I think I have the joy of watching the Bears every week because I have they're on TV and I'm like, here we go, and they're in a division, so I might as well. The offensive line is actual garbage. Like it's built of trash. It's a trash mountain. And then the running back's injured, but their new running back's pretty solid. He's like a rookie. He's pretty good. They have really no wide receivers outside of Allen Robinson and Mooney, who's actually been all right. And then the defense is just the same as always, where they have to be out there constantly, so they're just worn down. And that's Bears football. But I mean, he's actually made some pretty good throws. Like he's made some plays that look good. He's made some good runs. But yeah, I think he needs help. He needs a lot of help.
He doesn't look as bad as Eason or Wilson, thankfully. But I'm just disappointed because like I thought that he would have started performing better.
No, this is the Chicago Bears, dude. Yeah. There's no quarterbacks that succeed in the Chicago.
Look, rookie.
He's also a rookie,
This is, at the end of the day, like especially like with some of those things, like the getting a little bit of happy feet in the pocket, like that'll come in time too. Yeah. Like when he knows when defenders are actually coming.
Yeah, it was. But especially the end of the game here was big because Kenny Clark got through the line like twice and sacked him twice to like really seal the deal. Also, the officiating was ass, really just for the whole game. There were some calls.
Sounds like NFL football.
Yeah, there's some calls the Packers didn't get that were pretty bad. There's some calls the Bears didn't get that were like really bad. Like they didn't call an offsides that led to an interception. They didn't give Fields a timeout when he called it. They're just like, I didn't see it. So like there was some bad officiating too, but
thank God Devontae Adams did not get that touchdown because that was like a 30-point swing in your favor. Maybe not 30, but
it probably would have made it a lot closer. Yeah. But oh well. What are you gonna do? Either way, Packers 5-1 look like they're on their way to taking the division this year again and having a fun little playoff
to the Bucks in the NFC Championship.
I'm looking forward to it, dude. It's gonna be great. Then we had the Bengals Lions.
Yeah.
Keep crying. Just keep crying.
He didn't cry this week. If anything, he looked kind of upset. Like,
this week
he said there was a kind of a story where he was like, Jared Goff needs to fucking play football, dude. Like, I think the exact phrase was "show up," but like, is that a good thing or a bad thing for a coach to say something like that?
Real bad.
Yeah,
probably bad.
Probably. Yeah. To publicly shit on your starting QB.
I mean, Goff is just not good.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I like they also don't really have anything going on right now on the Lions, offensively.
Yeah, they still need a year or two, probably two.
Yeah, I mean, like Jared Goff is effectively a bridge QB, right? Like they're expecting to lose, and get good picks and build a team for the next couple of years and then draft their QB. So,
sorry, we're gonna have that QB taken. They're gonna need to take the next one.
Yeah. Bengals are 4-2.
Yeah, they are.
Yep.
And they look well. It's one of those situations where they do look good, but they have looked very bad in their games that they've looked bad in. Like,
yeah, that is also true.
It's one of those situations where we're dealing with a franchise that's historically, I mean, they're called the Bungles, dude. They literally fuck everything up. I mean, was their last playoff appearance the game against the Steelers where they had won the game like 2 times, and then literally the worst playoff collapse in history. I don't think there's been a single playoff game worse than the Bengals Steelers.
Well, there's probably
like,
the Falcons Super Bowl.
Yeah, I think Falcons.
That's pretty bad.
Jamar Chase definitely leading the front running for early rookie of the year. Good Lord.
Yeah,
man.
he's crazy.
Yeah, no, he's like
absolute monster.
Been destroying it this year.
And Brandon Allen threw more touchdowns than Jared Goff did.
Yep.
With his one pass. And Joe Burrow.
Burrow didn't look too bad. He had some early game jitters, but he looked okay.
Yeah.
Joe Burrow, good player. I think.
Yeah, I'd say he's pretty good. I mean,
still only a second year, and now that they have an effectively an AJ Green replacement, Jamar Chase.
Yeah, that guy's just gonna be a stud, man.
Yeah.
By the way, he had a throat contusion last week, yet still was just like, hey,
Yeah.
He anyway, dude had a throat contusion. He's like, "I'll be okay, coach."
Like, goddamn. Then we had Cardinals Browns. Cardinals 6-0. Browns did not look great.
Good. No, they didn't. And I thought this was going to be a game for them to, I thought they'd at least compete. For someone who's supposed to hate the Browns, I silently root for them because they've been so shit for so long. But, I mean, you're a good team now. Like, I think no one will deny that the Browns aren't a good team or are a good team. Sorry, I had a lot of negatives in that sentence, so I didn't find the right ending. But you have to perform, and they did not perform. Like, the Cardinals are obviously very, very good, but this should have been a 1-score game.
Yeah.
And it was.
I think it's more of the Cardinals this year being extremely good and less of the Browns Browns somewhat underperforming. But I know what you're saying though. Like I think the Browns have definitely there's no doubt in I don't think anyone's mind except maybe Browns fans that they've at least crested the hump of we're just the Browns. We just lose everything to we can be competitive and even win in games that we shouldn't be. From a statistical point of view, but I think that every time I see Baker play, there's just something about him that when I see him play that just reminds me of like early stages of Johnny Manziel, and not in a good way. Like the fumble that they had in the second quarter, where he was just juking and driving and jumping all around, and then he eventually just lost the ball, was like. I was like, man, that's just straight up out of like Johnny Football's playbook right there. Like, you gotta get rid of it. Like he still looks unsure, I guess is the best way I can say it.
I mean, and the Browns got to start winning because the Ravens are starting to get away from them in the division, and then just you have the Bengals above you too. Like I'm not going to say the Steelers are going to compete at all, but the Bengals who are competing, and I mean, this is not a free wild card spot for the Browns in the slightest. They're going to need to do better if they want to get to the playoffs this season.
Also, Baker Mayfield said he suffered a complete tear of left labrum in week 2, had been reported as partial tear.
Yeah.
That's not good.
The human body's very rippy.
Yeah.
It's very rippy.
It's not his throwing shoulder, right? Like it's
I don't
his
think
left.
so.
Yeah, so that's why he's still playing, but like to put it into perspective, like that's the injury that took out Andrew Luck. A couple years back, it's the torn labrum. Put some
ice on it, you'll be fine.
Yeah. I mean, like him continuing to play on that, like he's fucking up his shoulder real bad.
Also, Jarvis Landry is out, Jedrick Willis is out, Jack Conklin is out, and
they're gonna be
Nick Chubb is out, and Kareem Hunt.
And Kareem Hunt's out too now.
Yes.
Yep.
I saw that. Yeah, I saw the.
And they're playing Thursday night.
And they're playing Thursday night. Yeah, that's
They're gonna be out QB1, RB1, RB2.
They'll be fine.
And I rarely really appreciate how short the time is that they actually have to recover between these games. And now, especially with the Thursday night games, like that's wild, man. Imagine having to play a football game in 2 days, like now, let alone having played a football game 2 days ago, you know?
Yeah.
On top of flying back home and then doing it all over again.
I mean,
There's so much.
They should have so pissed off last season because they had to play on Wednesday.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Literally had like 2 days.
They should legit like if they can play Thursday coming off a bye week. That's like what they should do.
Yeah, but the NFL doesn't want to do that for some reason.
Yeah, I don't know why that isn't a priority. That seems like a pretty natural thing to want to do.
You would think so.
Because they want to get the bad. Like Thursday night is just the place where the bad games go. Like they very rarely have good games. I think once you add in that stipulation, then it's going to be a lot harder to get bad games into that slot. And CBS and NBC and all of them are like, well, they have the rights to some of those good games in the deal. So
when I was thinking about it, like from a player safety standpoint, obviously it makes sense to do it like that. But from a money standpoint, obviously it makes sense to prioritize
the NFL
the games
give
that
a
are good.
Yeah, the NFL doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
We also had one of the worst roughing the passer calls. I don't know if you saw this one.
Dude, it was so
pushed him lightly.
That was
literally just pushed him.
There it
is. He didn't even fall over.
Didn't even fall over. It wasn't even late either. It wasn't even late. Like it was literally like, oh, dude, it was so bad.
He just shoves him.
Yeah, that's whew.
They have to.
So bad.
They're doing this new thing now where they're reviewing plays with New York before the referees call it. And so, like, if the referees are like, "Oh no, he's out of bounds. It's incomplete," New York can literally buzz them and be like, "Actually, we looked at it. Don't even bother challenging it. He did make the catch. Like, reverse the call," and they'll do that, and which is really good for the game and convenient.
Yes.
Saves time. They need to do that with these penalties. Like if a penalty is thrown and New York gets a replay and goes, "Oh, this is not a penalty," they need to tell them, pick the flag up. This is not a penalty.
Yeah. That would
I saw
make a lot of sense.
I saw what you were saying in action for the first time in the game too recently, and I was like, "Oh my god, why have they not been doing that the whole time? We could have been doing it this way. It's so much better."
Well, that's what like what was it, the XFL or whatever? Like the when they briefly came back for like what was it, like a month or two?
Mm-hmm.
They had that system, the Sky Judge system. Then like there were a lot of people like, "Hey, NFL,
right?
Why the fuck aren't you doing that?"
Well, it just makes sense because the camera angles that we have are just so much better than the referees will ever be able to see.
Yeah, you need to adapt the rules to the new advances in technology, man. Like, of course we need to do that.
Yeah, we have
within
the
reason
pylon
though.
cameras now. They have the first down marker cameras too. I don't know.
Yeah, that one was awesome. I love seeing the first down.
Literally just for the first time, but they have it in the first down pole, so it's like,
yeah, but you can see the Josh Allen play like right there at the end where he's diving, and it's like, wow, this is pretty neat. I see that he didn't get it. Cool.
Yeah, freaking awesome. Way to go.
Although I should mention, like, it within reason adapt the technology, because I mean, like, important to note that's putting a camera on a stick attached to a chain, which has been, you know, a thing, or like they have that you know, I still like things like the chain and stuff, but the reffing is, I mean, it's a major fucking problem in general.
Yeah.
So
no,
anything that makes that better would be
like
nice.
I still think you should be able to challenge like literally anything you want. Like give everybody the
refs rebelled though when they
body
did that.
cams on the refs. That's what we need.
But it's stupid because it's like, oh, you can't challenge it. Like why not? We have the ability to see it on live TV. Like, okay, I want to challenge that your shitty call that didn't show offsides is wrong, and it's like, oh look, they jumped offsides. Okay, yeah, you're right. Like, why can't you challenge that?
Didn't last season they allowed pass interference challenges for the first time, and then they got rid of it, right?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because the refs only overturned it like something like 2% of the time. Yeah, like they specifically rebelled. Like they were just like, no, we're not doing this. It shows a huge
problem because like if we want to go as by the rules as possible, every defensive back is committing pass interference on every play.
Yeah,
like
or holding
and receivers too.
Yeah, and because there's a push and pull battle, and like I get it's a judgment call for when the pushing and pulling becomes too much, and sometimes it's obvious. Sometimes it's really obvious, but sometimes it's not. It's a 50-50, and like I think that shows a real problem with the rule. There should not be this many 50-50 scenarios. Like the 50-50 ones are more common than the obvious ones.
Yeah, no, it's like it's all down to like a subjective view of like an individual ref, or sometimes, the refs get together and overrule each other.
That was the other one that happened I missed with the Buccaneer-Eagle game, where it looked like Brady threw a pick, and it looked like the guy got his hand under the ball, and I was like, oh, this is probably too close for them to even overturn, so it's an interception on the field, and they're like, it's overturned. I was like, what?
Yeah. It's so weird.
I
don't get it.
I strongly dislike this whole concept of that play is not reviewable.
Yeah.
It's like, I mean, if we have cameras for a reason, then it should be reviewable. Like
every play is literally reviewed during every game on TV. Like if you think about it conceptually, like of course they're reviewable.
Yeah. I mean, and like important. There are some technologies now that they're literally already using in the game. Like all of the players have like tracking things in their pads and in their helmets and whatnot, so that they can judge. And those like analytics go to like the NFL analytics thing, which is like the PFF shit and whatnot.
They're like an official NFL partner now too, right? PFF
basically, yeah, I think so. Yeah, I mean, or they have the next gen stats thing, right, which is the Amazon thing that I think is also partnered to some shit. But anyway, like they have all that stuff, so like they could track when the ball goes over the plane or goes over a certain yard line or whatever, right? Like it could just be actually tracked. And removed.
That makes me like envision a fantasy NFL in which the ball really is like that well digitally tracked, and we don't even need to spend any time doing any of this bullshit anymore. Like, get rid of the goddamn chain crew, get rid of all the.
It's like the dumbest shit. They're like, oh, we can't track the ball. They're like, oh, Devontae Adams ran 0.8 seconds faster than Jerry Rice as we tracked his all stats from the. I'm like, I don't give a shit. Just get the call right.
That field goal was good from 50 yards, but it would have been good from 57 yards. How do you know that already?
Imagine it had been a little further back.
I don't care about the comparison analytics and stats unless if I can see the ghost of Jerry Rice running the same route next to the person who just caught that.
Actually, you got me convinced too. That sounds pretty sweet.
Did you know he ran at 21.7 miles per hour?
Jerry Rice played for 87 seasons.
Yeah.
He'd
still be playing, right?
Yeah.
They had like the phantom image of like Barry Sanders like juking and driving. So he's like, well, Devontae Adams used the same thing that running back Barry Sanders did in this one game. Here it is side by side, and they put like the phantom image of Barry Sanders right there. That's what I want to see that technology used for. Anything else, just a waste of my time.
And then if it's ESPN, they'll be like, a huge game because his dog died in a car accident today.
Right, yeah.
Dude, I had such a gross misunderstanding of Jerry Rice's career timeline. I thought he played way earlier. His career ended in 2006. What the fuck was I thinking?
Yeah. I remember drafting him in Madden, in like fantasy drafts in Madden.
Yeah. He had a very long career too. Like he was played for
Tom Brady of wide receivers.
I mean, he still is.
Yeah, no, very much so. No, I don't think. We were talking about it a couple weeks ago. There's nobody in the league right now that I think is gonna get close.
No,
absolutely not, dude. There's no one even like contesting for it.
Dude,
yeah, like
why don't we just bring Jerry Rice back with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers for like half a season? Just see what happens.
He could probably still run like great routes.
I mean, if he's got Tom throwing to him, then hell yeah.
Yeah, like he just.
We do have like at least one generational talent that maybe like an all-time great in the NFL right now playing like currently, which is cool as hell to see.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, for sure.
Yeah. Well, speaking of
all-time greats.
All-time greats is the
There
New
it is.
England Patriots and the Dallas Cowboys.
That's the transition.
Yeah, they gotta do something.
What you want? I'm going to rant about a certain fucking coaching decision that was made late in the fourth quarter by a certain coach that just filled me with rage.
May
All right.
rhyme with Ike McArthy.
Continue. Good. Let's talk about some stats. How did everyone do?
Yep.
Dude, the Diggs family's really good at football.
Yeah, I'd say so. They're pretty good. Mac Jones, 229, 2 TDs and a pick. I mean, pretty solid for Mac Jones. Damian Harris, 101 yards and a touchdown. Kendrick Bourne had a 75-yard touchdown.
They had a good running game this time. Finally, kind of felt like
Dude,
this
my
was
sleeper
overdue.
pick, Ramondre Stevenson.
Yeah, there you go.
23 yards and a touchdown.
Actually had like a commendable fantasy night.
I might just drop Myles Gaskin to pick up Ramondre Stevenson.
You're gonna redraft Ramondre Stevenson.
I gotta do it. Maybe he got more points than Gaskin did.
He did, yeah. You can't really fight that.
Technically true.
Cowboys, Dak threw the ball 51 times, 36 completions, 445, 3 TDs and a pick.
Zeke been his year so far, right?
Yeah.
A bunch of throws.
It's just at the top for pass attempts. Where is he? Oh, he's tied for 10th. I thought he had more.
Oh,
yeah,
actually,
he hasn't been thrown too
Yeah.
intensely. This week he threw a lot, but
it's not been as bad as I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was like 14 for 22, 22 for 32, 21 for 26. Yeah, it's normal.
Zeke had 69 nice yards.
Nice.
CeeDee Lamb absolutely tore it up, by the way.
Oh yeah, he's been doing that.
Take the soapbox though, Apollo.
Okay, so the way this game went, I don't remember the exact details, but the Cowboys were down 1, and they're marching down the field, and they're looking for some points. There's, I think, about 3 minutes left, somewhere around 3 minutes left on the clock. They have all 3 of their timeouts, and the Patriots had 1 timeout. And they get down. I think Dak does a running play. He doesn't quite get the first down. It's 4th and 1 at about the 40-ish yard line, and they have the choice between a 54-yard field goal or going forward on 4th and 1. And Mike fucking McCarthy decides to kick this field goal.
Mike McDonald.
And in my head, this is like the way the NFL works now. We're in a league that prioritizes offense over defense, and we've had just a plethora of game-winning drives by every quarterback ever. Like it always happens. The guy gets the ball back, too much time, goes down, scores. Yeah. So you're looking at either a very missable field goal or a very likely 4th and 1 conversion. You are torching the Patriots defense. Like you guys said, Dak Prescott, 400 some odd yards. I mean, and Zeke, 69 yards, but still 4 yards to carry. Like your running game's working pretty fine too. Like everything is working for you. You're going to get this first down if you go for it. And the problem is the field goal doesn't win you the game. It puts you in the lead, but you're giving the ball back to Mac Jones, who's, the Patriots offense is doing well. They've scored 29 on you so far. Like you're going to give them plenty of time to drive down the field and beat you basically and be the last team on the field. Why don't you go for it?
Yeah, it's like Sin said too. Like CeeDee Lamb was having a hell of a game. Like
why do you?
That was lighting it up.
You were gonna get this first down, and when you get the first down, you still get the chance to kick the field goal. But now you get to burn a lot of time off the clock. Patriots only had 1 timeout, so you can just very easily do some running plays. Even if you go 3 and out on that first down, you're still gonna take like a minute and a half. You're gonna get this down to the 2-minute warning, maybe even further than that. And then the Patriots do not have enough time to go down the field, especially if you score another first down or get another first down. It's a super missable kick, and I think your odds are way better going for it. Why would you? Like Mike McCarthy, that was such a bad decision. The Cowboys deserved to lose this game because then you're giving the ball back to the Patriots at like midfield, pretty much.
Yeah.
And
imagine doing that 4 years ago.
Yeah. You're so lucky that on the very next fucking play, Diggs got a ridiculously kind of lucky interception. The ball just fell into his hands off of a tip, and then he goes down for a pick 6. Like if that doesn't happen, the Cowboys lose this game every time. Yeah, every time. It was just such a bad decision.
No, it's.
You've got to be encouraged by Mac Jones though, Bear.
Dude, he's still looking like he looks rock solid. Like nothing phases this dude at all.
Did we ever find out what happened to Belichick? Like why was his?
Oh, did he get hurt during this game? I didn't actually see.
Oh yeah.
his nose was like he had a cut on his nose, and it looked like he was bleeding from the mouth. Like he was spitting blood on the sideline.
Shit.
He looked like he got into a fight with somebody.
Did he might have just fought one of his coaches. That would have been.
I mean,
he probably just fought someone and covered it up.
Mac Jones just like pulling shot right in the nose.
I didn't.
I'm not Tom.
I wasn't the only one who noticed that. Like people on Twitter were like, "What happened to?"
Well, yeah, you guys were talking
Belichick?"
about it in the Discord during the game, I think.
Yeah, I just imagine a scenario where Belichick's accidentally calling Mac Jones Tom, and he's just getting really upset over it. My name's not Tom.
I also liked the play where Mac Jones had to tell one of his receivers, who isn't a rookie, by the way, like get in formation, and then like he even did the motion, like the universal. I don't remember which receiver it was, but when they take the step to signal for the wide receiver to go into motion.
Oh yeah.
He did that, and the guy just looked at him and didn't move. And Mac Jones was like, "Get over there!" And the guy was like, "Oh, it was me." And then they had to call a timeout because of it. I don't remember which receiver.
Oh yeah,
it is
he was really upset.
Oh, I mean, it's like when the rookie quarterback has to tell a non-rookie receiver like when to go in motion of all things. Like I never played receiver, and I know, hey, when the quarterback takes a step back, that means go in motion. You're probably messing up.
Yeah.
I wanted to mention I looked up, what happened, and apparently with Bill Belichick's face, the response he gave when asked about it was, "Yeah, I'll be all right." So,
okay,
so,
Standard.
Yeah.
I wanted to add my Mike McCarthy opinion because again, I've watched this man coach football for about a decade. And he has had some of the worst clock management, really just forever. Like, there's never been a point where he had good clock management. And even towards the end, they said he was getting real mad because Rodgers was like, "This play's fucking dumb," and he would just audible out of it. And he was like freaking out. So, I would say McCarthy is, if anything's going to hold the Cowboys back, it's going to be some McCarthy coaching. I questioned why they did it from the start. I don't think they can win a Super Bowl with McCarthy because he's going to do something dumb. It's going to happen.
But coach, they're 5-1 with mojo moments.
Mojo moment.
There's some mojo moments. When it matters, he's gonna goof it. I guarantee.
That should have been a goof.
Yeah,
that should be Mike McCarthy's slogan. When it matters, he's gonna goof it.
Mike McCarthy always goofing it.
Yeah, get him like a Disney sponsorship.
Speaking of goofing it, the Denver Broncos lost 3 in a row.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
goofing up the start of the season.
Goofing it, dude.
You could call them a goof troop.
You could.
Most massive frauds that have ever frauded the frauds.
I mean, that was frauds versus frauds all day over on that game.
Yeah. It was a blowout at like one point. It was 17-7, and then I think it was 27-7, and then it was like they scored 14 in the fourth to make it a little more reasonable. But this was a bad game.
Looks worse than the score says.
Yeah. Melvin Gordon.
He's on the Raiders, right?
No, he's on the Broncos.
The Broncos. He plays for Denver.
Yeah, he plays for Denver.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
He got 50 yards on 10 carries. Not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Yeah. Congruent.
Yeah. And the Raiders without John Gruden 1-0. Look at that.
Yeah. Josh Jacobs is back.
Oh yeah, Josh Jacobs back.
Fire coach, pick team to win.
Yeah.
Fire coach,
I should have did it.
Team to win.
It's the law, and we didn't follow it. Well,
but it only works absolutely the week after. Like,
yes.
It doesn't ensure this week's win.
Exactly.
And how?
Yeah.
So that was a football game. Then we had the Steelers and the Seahawks.
Man, one of those wins that inspires no confidence whatsoever. This was not a good game.
I'm going to take the podium for this game.
Right.
Because
please do.
You guys know that I have no vested interest in Pittsburgh at all, and I actually I despise both of these teams, but one of them I despised, or at least I used to despise even more, But now the Steelers, I think, have taken the top spot for me outside of the Saints because, my God, Apollo, what is your team doing with this quarterback named Ben Roethlisberger? What is he doing? Has he even played in the NFL before? Because he looks like he hasn't.
Well, you have, Aaron Rodgers going, I own you to the Bears. While meanwhile, Ben is like, well, I used to own you, but now my hip kind of hurts.
And then he's like, my hands
so good no more.
My hands have dropped the football.
What is this constant check down crap, dude?
It's miserable to watch, isn't it? Like, it's literally not even fun.
It's like watching a Buccaneers game or something.
He did have a couple of lasers in this game, to be fair, to his credit. There were a couple of good ones.
But that's the thing is, like, every time he threw a good one, Chris Collinsworth would open his stupid fucking mouth and be like, now you see, Ben, people stop asking about Ben's arm. That throw right there. Okay, Chris, what about the other 6 fucking underthrown ones? What about those 7 overthrown ones?
Here's a guy that knows how to throw the football.
You need more gravel, dude. A lot more gravel.
I told you he's
illegal. I don't know, but I don't.
It's not fun to watch. There was a drive in the second quarter where the Steelers literally, like, it was like a 10 fucking minute long drive of the Steelers getting like 4 yards every single play, and they scored a touchdown, and it just wasn't fun to watch.
Yeah, it's Tampa Bay Buccaneer football.
It was
Brady
horrible, dude.
I was not happy at any point in this game. I started.
I don't think anyone was.
No.
I started. So I have Najee Harris, which I'm very happy about. I also started Chase Claypool, which I thought I was going to be happy about because he's actually like not a bad receiver. And then I was like, hey, I'm going up against Coach Crendor. He's the luckiest SOB this side of China here, but I need to make sure I've got the knockout punch. Let me just go ahead and pick up Ben Roethlisberger off the waivers real quick, and I can have boom, 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 1 touchdown each. There we go. We got 6 touchdowns. Bam. No, of course not. Chase Claypool, 2 for 17. He was targeted 7 times.
Every time he was targeted, I mean, the person about 3 yards downfield was actually targeted. Like, Ben can't hit things anymore, even though sometimes he still does. That's not good enough for the NFL anymore. You hit everyone, or like almost every one of your targets. That makes you a good quarterback. Ben is literally missing most of his targets.
It's
bad.
I'm encouraged by Najee Harris. I think he's already proving to be like just a workhorse. Yeah, he's not only can he take 24 carries and still average over 3 yards a carry, he can also catch the ball, dude.
Yeah, man.
Like, his hands are solid. Like, Najee Harris is the quintessential like every down back, like all position.
Y'all got yourselves a CMC, dude. Congratulations.
If there's one thing that gives me hope for not this season but the future, is the Steelers are one of the best drafting teams. They are
but they only know
exceptional at drafting.
They only know how to draft wide receivers, though, is the problem.
Well, I mean,
and running backs
too.
running
backs
for a while
happen to be really good wide receivers.
And punters too. If freaking our punt Presley is really good, but he keeps fucking shanking it sometimes. Like, he is like incredible when he actually hits the fucking ball, but he's just doing a little bit of a shank every so often.
Maybe
but
just,
man,
like,
does he fucking he launches it when he launches it, dude. It's insane.
I mean, yeah.
And we have to talk about the ending of this game because that was horrendous. Now, I want to, at the end of the day, like, the Seahawks did get, I mean, it was fractions of a second close, but according to the replay, they got the ball spiked with a second left. But imagine they didn't. That was close. Imagine they didn't, and the refs called a replay. They lied, by the way. They straight up.
Dude, yeah, you're right. Like, if we're following the rules, there should have been no time left.
Well, NBC, like, I don't know if they meant to do this. It was almost like an accident for them. I don't know. It was weird because I feel like normally the broadcasting people don't like calling out the refs like super hard, but they like showed the replay and they're like, all right, this is the ref that called the timeout and blew the play dead, and he blew the play dead after it started. Legitimately, they show him blowing the whistle and waving his hands after the ball was snapped. So they lied. They gave the Seahawks 3 seconds that did not exist. Those 3 seconds should not have existed.
It came out of fucking nowhere. Like, where was 3 seconds ever?
Literally,
ever
it was
factor?
Total bullshit. And again, it didn't end up mattering because they spiked it in time. But that is still really bad and should never happen.
The thing the thing is that like people are like, well, they got the snap off in time, so it doesn't even really matter. It didn't have any effect on it. That's not true though, because you have to remember not only okay, so if we in a scenario where we say yes, they did get the spike off in time, which they clearly did after you look at the replay, that's fine. But then you only have a running count of 40 seconds to pull your entire formation, get the kicking team out there, and also kick a game-winning field goal. That is way different than having 6 minutes to re-spike a ball and then also have enough time, a fresh 40 seconds to kick another to kick a game-winning or game-tying field goal.
There's so much pressure on that, dude.
Yeah, it is totally different when you're talking about we've got 40 seconds or less to get everyone out, get in there, get in the mindset of we've got to kick this field goal to tie the game versus, hey, the refs are taking their time because they need to review what the snap actually was and if we actually got the spike in time. Okay, so we're gonna have to re-spike the ball, but you've got your special teams ready to go. The kicker's has already pre-warmed at this point. Like, there's a big difference there. So I argue the fact if anyone says like it doesn't matter, they got the spike off in time, the results would have been the same. That's not the same thing, dude. Not at all. Not at all.
And we're failing to mention that this was a review that did not need to be called. It was
it was absurd.
It was extremely obvious that everything that was called was correct, and that is so weird.
That's the biggest problem that I have with everything that happened is that why was it necessary to stop the game in order to review something like this? It's either they got the spike off and the game ended, or they didn't get the spike, or they didn't get the spike off and the game ends, or it was close enough to where they can just say they review it. Hey, they got the spike off, but you don't have to re-spike the ball. You've got to actually go out there and kick the field goal now. It's
right. Yeah, like to redo the spike at that point after review is ridiculous.
Like, why? Why are they replaying it? That doesn't make sense.
What's funny is I think I know exactly what happened. I don't want to spend too much more time on this, but like what happened is once they realized they called the review, they were like, we fucked up.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
According to the rules, the clock has to wind.
They knew that. They must have known.
So when they called that, they were like, shit, we have to give them time to respike the ball because if the right amount of time was 1 second. They would have given them 1 second. Right. And that 1 second, as the announcer said this, 1 second was not enough time to respike the ball. So the game would have ended.
Yeah.
So
there would have been a runoff.
They fucked up.
They made it up and created the 3 seconds because they knew that's the amount of time they needed.
The whole situation was a nightmare, and they are so lucky that the Seahawks actually got the spike off in time, because if they didn't, that was horseshit.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
it's totally transparent, dude.
Yeah, and Tom, you could tell how I've never seen Tomlin that fired up.
Tomlin
he deserved to be.
Yeah. Also,
I would be fucking livid.
We would be remiss before we transition out of this. We would be remiss if we didn't talk about DK Metcalf's what the hell was he doing on that last play?
Oh yeah, that was so dumb. Yeah, that was.
He tried to take a run at Shannon Sharp, which, I mean, Shannon Sharp, granted, he's never played wide receiver, but he played a tight end, and also he's a Hall of Famer, DK. It doesn't matter who you argue with. It doesn't matter who's calling you out on it. That was a dumb decision, period. Why? Why are you trying to advance the ball when you got the sideline right there? Yeah. There is no reason to make that move at all. I didn't even play on the offense, and I'm going to tell you that was a stupid play, all right? So it doesn't matter who's calling you out on that. That was the dumbest decision I have ever seen. My only thing is that maybe he had a brain fart, or he thought he stepped out of bounds and may like have just had a free advance of the football. I mean, there's no way to excuse it. Like that was just one of the most boneheaded plays I've ever seen him do. And I like DK Metcalf. He's a hell of a receiver, but that was just stupid, dude.
The whole game was a trash fire. Trash fire.
Yeah, it was a horrible game.
I'm gonna use my time to talk about Jamal Adams, because the Seahawks are now 2-4. The Jets own their first round pick after picking up the first from the Jamal Adams trade, and he had a potential game-changing interception bounce off his face, as you all saw.
Yeah.
He's had 0 interceptions since the Seahawks acquired him and has 0 sacks this year. He also, in the introductions, said, Jamal Adams, I'm the best in the nation, which is untrue because PFF ranked him 62 out of 85 on top of the things we just mentioned.
So that actually is a reference to this dude who died, actually, but it's from a viral video. where he says
Don't
that.
you feel like
well,
sorry.
But I mean, why? Still, why did he say it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, but I mean, look, the thing with Jamal Adams is he never got picks. Like he wasn't. That's not his thing. He's not a cover. Like he's a kind of safety that's like a linebacker almost. He's like a hybrid linebacker safety, and that's what they got him for from us. In fairness, but apparently they haven't been really using him particularly effectively in that role this year. Important to note, they did use him pretty effectively in that role last year, and he did still get like a lot of sacks and stuff. But for some reason, they're like asking him to cover more now this year, and it's not his thing really, which is weird for a safety.
To put a nice bow on this game, the only bright spot of the whole thing is that in terms of defense, the best in the nation was in this game, and is TJ Watt.
Oh yeah, he's real good.
Man, imagine passing on TJ Watt to pick up a Hall of Fame player like Kevin King. Just
he won't have any effect on the playoffs at all.
Yeah,
TJ Watt literally was like quadruple like teamed on that final play, and he still got the strip fumble. That just the dude's a fucking monster.
We could have had TJ Watt. We would have won. We would have beat Tom Brady.
He's as good as his brother was in his height. It's insane, and I'm so happy that it's at least something fun to watch for me.
I want to know what secret technique the Watt family uses to teach their children how to swat balls out of the air, because it seems to be like mostly them doing that. It's like it's been the Watts who have had the most swatted balls in the league.
I want to mention
be swatting balls.
I want to mention that speaking of teams having other teams' first round picks, so right now the Jets own the Seattle picks. They'd be picking 10th as well as 6th, so pretty solid. 2 picks top 10.
Be pretty nice.
The Eagles own the Colts pick and the Dolphins pick, so the Eagles would pick 2nd, 8th, and 9th.
Jesus.
Yeah.
And then the 49ers gave the Dolphins their pick, so they would be picking 13th currently, and then the Bears gave their pick from Justin Fields to the Giants, who would pick 16th.
You know, this is what happens when you have a generation of GMs raised on Madden.
It really is. It's like, dude, just keep trading for picks. Like, this is pretty good.
If you keep going, eventually you'll hit lotto. It's not like you have to play the players, right? I mean, you
2024 is in 3 years, dude. That's not a real number. That's never gonna happen.
I'm gonna be fired by then. Like,
what do I give a shit?
Then we had the Bills Titans, and as everyone predicted, and by everyone I mean just me, the Titans won.
Literally, you don't even get to it's the dumbest win.
It's a way. I knew it. I knew the Bills were going to choke away a game, and I was like, the Tennessee game seems like the perfect one to choke away.
Most undeserved win ever.
The Jets beat these Titans, I'll have you know, by the way. So I think by the transitive property of wins and losses, the Jets are better than the Bills.
There you go.
It's one of those football things that just it doesn't make sense. This team lost to the fucking Jets. They lost to the Jets.
Yeah,
And it's just walking to Buffalo. They're like, okay, Buffalo, best
by the
team
way,
in the AFC. Bye.
AJ Brown had food poisoning, was very sick for 48 hours, needed an IV from where, he said? Chipotle. I'm sorry,
no.
Chipotle probably won't get an endorsement with Chipotle, he says. Which, last 2 times I've eaten Chipotle, it gave me stomach pain. So, I mean,
really?
Yeah.
Never had a good experience with Chipotle. I like South Park made jokes about Chipotle being synonymous with diarrhea, didn't they? Like, I feel like that's always been a known thing.
I love Chipotle, but it destroys my stomach, and there is just something about it. Yeah,
that's got to be like luckily, there's scientific data at this point.
There's got to be.
What are you guys ordering? I don't get Chipotle very often, but like,
just get a burrito, man.
Yeah, just standard stuff.
They've got Chipotle way.
What?
I don't get it.
Chipotle way.
Chipotle way. He said it again.
He said it twice. Yeah, I don't know.
That's not doing anything for me.
It hasn't.
Have you never seen South Park?
No.
Well, I mean,
I've
I did
seen
reference
South
that.
Park.
I don't remember
Not
the exact joke
years.
though.
Yeah, it's a special cleaner that helps clean your underwear.
That's right.
Right,
Okay.
I remember. Okay, that's on me. My bad.
Cartman keeps having bloody shit.
Yeah.
He's got the
Been
stuff.
many
That's
years
what it was.
since I've
I
watched
gotcha.
South Park.
But yeah, I ate Chipotle. It gave me stomach pain. So I haven't eaten it since then. I've been.
Well,
Yeah, that's right. Chipotle sponsors, get the fuck out of
Yeah,
here.
we
don't
knew
want
you were
you.
listening quietly in the
Yeah.
back, waiting
Yeah.
to hope that we could work together.
We don't need your dirty underwear money. We'll have our
Yeah.
own dirty Patreon money one day.
One
Although I
day.
kind of like Chipotle, so like if you want to hit me up on the side,
It
you
tastes
know.
good.
It's I like. I mean, I think it's all right. Like, as far as fast food,
It makes me shit. That's the,
it just makes me shit.
I have never eaten Chipotle, and I never will. So
Wow.
Wow.
That's actually impressive.
Good for you.
Strong stance.
I don't like burritos.
Huh.
Look at that.
Oh, well,
weird.
there you go.
That's
That makes
you
sense.
got a
That's
problem
kinda
there.
weird.
That is
That's-
kinda
yeah, that's
weird.
not right.
No, don't like them.
Do you like tacos?
No.
Oh, come on.
You
What
live in
the fuck?
Texas.
I know this is a football podcast.
Excuse me,
but
Rob?
Let's take a step back here.
I will say I'm not a big fan of like actual tacos. I like Taco Bell more than actual tacos. And everyone's like, "Do you know that's not real taco?" I'm like, "Yeah, but I like it more than actual tacos." Now I do like
Oh,
fish
you are-
tacos.
Fish tacos
that sounds
are
like a
tacos
man.
with fish in them. Like that's
Yeah,
you
true.
like fish tacos and you like chicken, but therefore you will like chicken tacos. Like
If we put chicken in a tortilla, I think you'd be a fan.
yeah, I think it'd be
I think you haven't had good tacos.
I do not like. I don't like the southwestern Mexican seasoning. It's not. It doesn't.
What about
every now and-
tortillas?
I do enjoy me some quesadillas. I will say.
Okay,
that.
so
Okay,
we're not
quesadillas are
totally out of that.
I
department.
will say if I like go by the tortilla aisle in the store, I don't like the smell of tortillas.
You like the smell?
I don't like the smell. It
It's
like
flour.
I don't know what it is. It's like nauseating to me. But I can eat tortillas once I like.
Is there like a gas leak in your store? In
I
the
don't
tortilla
know.
aisle? Like,
I got a tortilla smell.
Are you guys okay? Now here's a real important question. Sorry, but corn or flour tortillas?
Oh, flour.
it's
Yeah.
flour unless you're in an authentic Mexican restaurant, then it's corn.
See, if it's a taco, I want a corn tortilla.
I knew you were
Oh
gonna
my
be
God.
the corn tortilla.
Corn tortillas are good, man.
God.
They're good, and actually, specifically, it's a southern Mexico thing. Like northern Mexico, apparently, are heavily into the flour tortillas. Yeah.
So you're gonna be mostly hard shell then? I'm assuming too, as if.
Oh no,
if
I've
you're going
not.
with the corn.
Well, and I guess if I go to Taco Bell, yeah, I do like the hard shells at Taco Bell. I mean, those are pretty nice, but
I do like the
I
hard
rarely.
Shell right here.
We're getting a little sidetracked.
We are getting
little.
sidetracked, but I will say I like fajitas, which are kind of tacos.
Those are just slightly hotter tacos.
Yeah, this is the
temperature-wise.
fucking-
Oh my
Ricky
god,
Bobby
I gotta
bit,
tell a
dude.
story real quick. So one time, there's this one Mexican restaurant we'd go to a lot because we got fajitas and we get margaritas. We're like, all right, that's like our staple. So we went there
Okay.
one time and they like forgot about it. So she brought out the fajita stuff and it was not sizzling. And every other time they bring
Oh,
it out, it's like,
no.
right? She
Right,
brings it
yeah.
out, it's not sizzling. She's like, oh, sorry. Sometimes they just don't. And I was like, yeah, yeah.
Just got a dud chicken.
Yeah, I
you
guess
know,
we just got a
just one of
dud
those.
chicken pan.
Sometimes
It
the
happens.
oven doesn't get hot enough, like
Yeah,
it
that's
just
how it is.
It's whatever. It's
ran
like my wallet.
fireworks,
Sometimes
sorry.
it just doesn't tip.
Oh wow!
I didn't say that. I was just.
You
I
thought
made
that later in the shower.
I did think that later, but I did
Oh.
tip still because you know,
You're a
Yeah, I
polite
mean, you
guy,
got a
yeah.
tip. Yeah.
you got to tip. But I didn't feel good about it that time. I'll tell you what.
Oh man, real quick though, I mean we say it every week, but good lord, dude, Derek fucking Henry is on a 2000
Henry.
yeah.
pace
Derrick
again.
Henry.
Good at football.
Derrick Henry.
75-yard carry. He looked like a goddamn freight train. Holy shit, it was ridiculous.
And he also logged the fastest run in the
Yeah.
He was so fast,
this year.
man. The
It
way
does
he
not
runs,
make
he
sense
like gallops.
A big man like that can run that fast.
He's enormous.
So
And
big.
And he's so fast.
When I was talking about us witnessing a generational talent, too, I don't know how many people were probably thinking I was talking about Tom Brady. No, I'm talking about Derek fucking Henry, man. Like, this is like an all-time great running back.
It's so much more fun to watch than a quarterback, too.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Like, a quarterback, oh, wow, he's throwing the ball. Wow. This guy bulldozes people. He runs into guys and makes them look like fucking bowling pins.
Yeah.
Like, it's awesome.
By the way, here's some Derrick Henry stats. 783 rushing yards this year. The second place is Nick Chubb at 523. So he's more than 200.
That it's Nick Chubb, by the way.
Yeah.
That's a split backfield.
Yeah. Derrick Henry's averaging 130.5 yards a game. The only other running back doing that, Nick Chubb, 104.6.
Yep.
Rushing touchdowns, he has 10. Second place is a 5-way tie with 5. So he has double the second place.
Jesus.
Yeah. And he leads all-purpose yards from scrimmage, and rushing, receiving touchdowns combined.
Dude, it's been so long since I've genuinely felt this. He's actually making an MVP case for a non-quarterback, like for real, and it's super exciting. It's super exciting.
I agree.
I mean, if he breaks records this year and doesn't make MVP, then I mean,
Yeah.
If he keeps this pace up and the Titans keep their position in the playoff seeding, I think he should be the MVP of the league.
Yeah.
Like, that just seems
I think so.
like the right call.
He is the team,
He's the offense for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how do you stop him in the second half? You don't. No one has.
So, I mean,
you cannot stop him. You can only hope to contain him.
He's like, I mean, we had Adrian Peterson won MVP. I think LaDainian Tomlinson, I think.
Yeah.
There's probably a couple.
Year.
Yeah, Marshall Faulk, I think, won it. So I mean, why can't he?
Yeah. I mean, the MVP award for a long time, forever, pretty much, has been the best QB on the team with the best win rate.
That's what I'm saying, man. It's like, this is so unique this year. Like, he already was doing this last year, but now that we're more aware of it, it's even more impressive in my opinion, because everybody's looking out for this dude to do this stuff, including the teams he's playing against, and he's still fucking doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a matter of like it's one of those things, like sometimes some players, some teams, it's just like it's all well and good if you know what they're doing. If you can't stop it, right? Like,
everybody has a plan until they get run over 40 fucking times.
Yeah. Yeah, there's if you can't stop them, then you can't stop it. It doesn't matter what you do,
Yeah.
It's
he's gonna run all over you at the end of the game.
It reminded me of that clip where it was Jamal Adams the other week against Tennessee, and he's just like, "Yo, we're gonna shut him down," and it just shows him getting destroyed by Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
So it's pretty fun.
They got to be confident, I guess.
Yeah. But, overall, this game was, they got 4th and 1. They could have sent it to overtime. I think they knew both teams were gassed, I guess, at that point. But, I mean, they had a shot to just sneak it up the middle, and he tried to, like, bounce outside. And I don't know what he was doing. Yeah, he slipped.
He slipped and fell.
Well, there you go. Tennessee wins, and they continue their march to the title of AFC South, which shouldn't be too hard to win.
It shouldn't be too hard at all.
Yeah.
Been doable.
Most undeserved win ever.
And that's this week's games. It's time for Power Rankings and Victor.
Thank you, Coach Krendor. Power Rankings, here we go. We're going to be looking at Week 7. Starting at the top 5, we did have some movers and shakers. And Apollo's going to be very, very, very happy. Starting with Robert. Top 5.
Let's go with the Buccaneers.
Yep. There.
That's got to include the Arizona Cardinals.
Yep. Coach.
Packers.
Ooh.
Apollo.
Ravens.
Yep.
You knew it.
Apollo. Apollo again.
The Cowboys.
Yep.
And
Rob
and
for
Apollo
the duck.
again.
Yeah, Apollo for the duck.
Oh, fuck. This next one's actually kind of hard.
No, you got it. It's easy.
I believe.
No, I don't think. The
got
Rams?
Yeah, there you go.
Nope.
Yeah,
No?
see, I didn't think so.
Wow, what the frick,
Strike
dude?
2.
Wow.
Who's gonna take the dunk? Rob or Bear?
Rob, you got it.
Robert.
Let us say the.
This is like the easiest one.
Is it?
Yeah.
All right.
What? Yeah, you let him have it then.
Yeah. Crendor, you say.
So easy, Crendor. Who is it?
The Cardinals.
We already said the Cardinals.
Do you even
No, this this is the easiest one. It's the Bills.
Do you even have Discord
it's
not
the Bills.
muted?
It might be.
It's the Bills. I was just
I think
testing
it's
you.
the Bills, probably. I was going to say the Bills.
I was testing you, dude. It's the Bills, obviously.
Yeah.
It was a good
Okay.
test.
Well, it was the Bills. Congrats.
I told you, dude. It's the easiest one.
Yeah, all right. Well,
It was quite easy.
Fucking crazy.
New number 1 is Arizona Cardinals. They moved up one spot, taking over the Bills, who have fallen to number 2. The Bucks are staying at 3, with the Cowboys staying at 4, and then the Baltimore Ravens coming in the 5th spot, now leapfrogging the Packers, who are in 6th place. The Rams, who have now gone up from 8th to 7th. The Chargers have fallen 3 spots, not the fattest doink, by the way. The Chiefs moving up to number 9, and then the Tennessee Titans re-entering the top 10 into the 10th spot. Now,
It's weird for me because this week I would be like, yeah, I would say the Ravens are better than the Cowboys. Which I've been shitting on the Ravens the whole time, but this is the one that I'm okay. They'd be like number 4 in my eyes. But the Packers are better than the Cowboys for sure. Like,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'd say the Packers beat the Cowboys.
whatever.
well, they're
Bible,
not,
right?
so
Yeah.
they're not. So now, Robert.
Yes, sir.
Robert, we go to you because it's been a while since you've had to pick the fattest doink. This team has fallen 5 spots from the 14th position to the 19th position. I'll give you a hint. They're 3-3. Name the fattest doink of the week.
Oh, okay. They're 3-3. Oh,
I think I know this one.
Ah, yeah, I got a good idea.
I think so they went from 14, or they went from what to 14 or 14 and then
14th to
down?
19th, I think he said, right?
Okay, so I think it's probably the I think it is the Panthers.
How long did it take you to look that up?
I mean, I had the standings open the whole time. I actually highlighted all the teams except the
Except the pants.
The Pants.
And
He's gone, dude. He's long gone.
Yep.
it is the Panthers. The Panthers have now fallen 5 spots to the 19th spot, falling all the way down from 14th, and they are mirrored, Bear Taffy, by the thinnest dink, who has now risen from the 24th position all the way up to the 18th position. And I will give you a hint, unless you're cheating like Rob did, and you have the AFC team winning the thinnest dink of the week, climbing 4 spots again from the 24th to 18th spot.
Ooh, let's give that to the Colts.
It is indeed the Indianapolis Colts, rising from the 24th to the 18th spot. Now, congrats after they've beaten the Texans. I don't know how that translates to 6 spots going up, but hey, there you go indeed. Now, Coach Crendor, this one's for you. I'll let you just pull up the power rankings like everyone else, I guess.
Okay.
Coach Crendor.
Hey, now I only have the standings up.
Yeah, I have standings up, not the power rankings.
Coach.
I'll have you know.
Coach Crendor. True or false?
Yeah.
The Jacksonville Jaguars
Yeah.
are ranked below the Miami Dolphins.
I mean, they just beat them, but
Correct.
this is NFL.com.
This is the Bible of the internet.
So I'm going to say true.
That is absolutely incorrect. The Jaguars are ranked 1 spot above the
All
Miami
right. Well,
Dolphins.
they did it this time.
Actually, almost getting the thinnest dink, rising 4 spots from 32nd to now 28th. And the Dolphins have fallen down all the way to the 29th spot. And now, Apollo, finally, it rests upon you.
Oh.
True or false?
Uh-huh.
The 0-6 Detroit Lions are ranked below the 1-5 Houston Texans on the Power Rankings, NFL.com Power Ranking.
Man, that's actually tough. I thought this was going to be easy. That's actually tough. I think that's true.
That is absolutely incorrect as well. The Detroit Lions, despite being 0-6, are apparently better than the 1-5 Houston Texans
That's
The
what I thought. I
Texans.
said it wrong.
Oh, he
Fuck.
said it.
No, that's what I thought. I thought, but
Get the data corrected
I
in
meant
the
the
back
Lions
end.
were better than the Texans. I just said it wrong.
The Texans are ranked dead last, falling from 30th all the way down to 32nd. And we have to read the last write-up here for Dan Hansis for the Houston Texans, since we are talking about the last place team. The Texans have lost 5 straight. They're outscored 71-3 in their last 2 road games.
Oh, man.
Oh my god.
And generally look like the worst team in football.
Oh, yeah.
We knew David Culley had a challenging job ahead of him when he was named head coach, but this is starting to feel like an impossible test now that the season's taken shape, and you see how thoroughly Houston is outmanned on a weekly basis. Having a third-round rookie taking every snap only amplifies the challenge that faces the coaching staff, but the idea of turning back to veteran Tyrod Taylor once he returns from his hamstring injury, which could be very soon, feels counterintuitive for a team playing for tomorrow. When will the next win come from? And since Robert is here, like he always is, we just have to read the Jets write-up, who actually did go up in the power rankings. Congrats, Rob.
Oh, hell yeah.
The Jets rising all the way. I mean, it's a moonshot from 31st to 30th. The Jets have had multiple issues to work out during their bye week, but none is bigger than their immense problem with slow starts on offense. New York is 5 games into the season, has managed a single touchdown in the first half. Last week in London, Matt Ryan and the Falcons had piled up 14 first downs before Zach Wilson and the Jets managed 1.
Yep.
This ongoing struggle is putting too much stress on the defense that has appeared gassed by the fourth quarter. Robert Saleh hired Mike LaFleur in part because the first-year offensive coordinator runs a Mike Shanahan offense that is supposed to be friendly to young quarterbacks. Can it be any friendlier? ? And that's going to do it for the power rankings. Back up to Rob, Bear, Coach, Dumb Dog in the booth. For the Pick'ems.
I also wanted to.
Who's up here?
I wanted to briefly mention we didn't talk about one important win this week, which is that I won because the Jets didn't play. So I didn't
That's
have
true.
to watch.
There you go.
Yeah,
It
congratulations.
was quite nice. Yeah.
You won the Pick'em week too, you know?
That's true.
Yeah.
I did get that win. That was nice.
And I think you're first in fantasy.
I lost my fantasy game, so I'm
Oh,
probably
all right. Well,
like,
never mind.
yeah,
Can't win 'em all.
I mean,
Can't
yeah,
win 'em
you
all.
know.
As I've learned. I was in first
When you
for a
get
while.
Derrick Henry, it's pretty easy to win. I'll tell you that much.
that's
Yeah, what kind of idiot would have passed on him for the number 1 pick instead of Christian McCaffrey? What kind of moron would do that?
Nah, man, you'd do that 10 out of 10 times again before the season starts. I think you'd probably make the same choice.
Well, I wish I didn't.
So yeah,
Go Hogs.
go Hogs.
Go
Go
Hogs.
Oh shit, I was looking at some NFL transactions that have been happening. It looks like the Jaguars released Rashad Coward. Okay, they had the Dolphins release Shaquem Griffin. I thought he was good.
Oh, yeah. Maybe it's a cap thing.
Yeah, maybe it's a cap thing. Le'Veon Bell promoted to from the practice squad to the 53-man roster. I thought he played.
He did play.
Yeah. They probably like moving him around because the practice squad rules are all funky this year.
The Colts waived Jacob Eason, the quarterback they
Really?
drafted. Yep.
They waived him?
They waived him. Yeah.
Jeez.
So he's
Wow.
He didn't really get a 2 months before they were just like, fuck him.
yeah.
They're like, yeah, Carson Wentz is much better than this crap.
So apparently, as the Colts fans are saying, Eason's season is over.
Yeah.
That's clever.
And
The season of Eason is over.
Cowboys starting safety Damonte Casey arrested with a DWI. So pretty shitty person there. Don't drink and drive.
Yeah, definitely don't do
Jags-
that.
Or
Jags
anything.
got
And
Mike
drive.
Glenn on.
Especially if you're like a millionaire, just get a fucking taxi.
You
dude.
can have
Just-
anybody
Like,
drive.
why would you want
Right?
to drive?
Yeah.
God, it's such a good point.
Can I real quick snippet too? Just I thought this was hilarious. This is from my fantasy game recap. There were players with highlight reel moments for both teams on Monday night. For Bears buds, Derrick Henry had a 76-yard touchdown run. Tyler Bass made the highlight reel for TJ's God Squad with a 52-yard field goal.
Oh no!
These are the same level of performance.
By the way, I'm playing you this week.
Yeah, dude. Let's
Yeah.
do it. This is gonna be a big game too. We're both up there in the rankings.
Yeah, we are both. You're 4-2. I'm 3-3. I've lost 3 in a row after starting 3-0, so I need a win.
Yeah. So you're the Denver Broncos of our league, basically.
Yeah, but you know what? 64% win rate this week, or percentage.
Well, that's only because 3 of my guys are on a bye until I replace them.
Oh yeah, that's true. Shit, I'm gonna lose. Oh wait, I gotta replace the Buffalo defense. Okay, whew.
Okay, no, you.
Oh, we're playing each other this week.
Oh yeah, dude. Oh man, the whole podcast
my
is
God,
playing each other
podcast
this
week.
week. Let's go.
I'm going down, Rob.
Well, we'll see. Oh man, you're 4-2 as well. Oh boy.
Yeah,
Okay,
man.
we
The
good.
whole we're all doing great this year, aren't
Yeah,
we?
somehow. I don't know how that happened.
Speaking of great,
Powerful.
pick 'em.
Pick'ems. Here we go. Last week I went 9-6. Sinvicto went 11-4. Rob went 12-3.
Yes, I did.
Bear went
Yes,
10-5. Apollo 10-5. Randy went 7-7. He is now 15-15.
Dude. It makes me so happy.
It's still a perfect coin flip.
Wait,
that is-
isn't he's screwed this week though?
Why is
Is he?
that? Oh, is it?
There's
odd number
only
games?
13 games.
Oh no, Randy!
no.
What's he gonna do? There's gonna be a tie. There has
There's
to be a
gotta
tie.
be a tie.
You
He's
can't
gonna
predict
predict
the
one.
tie.
He's gonna give you a 1.5 in one of these.
Yeah, it's just gonna break the randomgenerator.com.
Then Discord
All
went
right.
10-5.
I guess we have to get rid of Randy now.
No, we're not
be a
getting rid
spoil
of
sport over there in the
Randy.
corner. God damn it!
Bonus stats. Robinson Victa have both surpassed 500 regular season pick'em wins.
Invicta did it first because I did it last week.
Sinvicta did it first.
technically speaking, yeah.
I'm at 499. I'm one away.
I'm way lower than that.
Bear continues to be good at picking Bear games or
Yeah,
divisional
that going.
games.
Who'd have
13-4.
thunk that?
Texans
time.
and a 6-week stretch of not being picked by anyone. Glad I did that. I have now picked every team at least once this season. Sinvicta and Rob next closest with 2 unpicked teams. I imagine one is the Texans.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Called both the Texans.
Yep. And everyone has been more successful than usual predicting upsets this season. I am 62% on my upset picks. Invicta's 60%. Rob is 69. Nice.
Hell
Nice.
yeah.
Bear 58 and Apollo 63. Yeah, we're great.
Take it. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that actually, like, games have been pretty wild so far this
Yeah,
season.
they have.
I feel like there have been more upsets almost. But
Yeah,
I don't
I'd
know.
agree. And this week is gonna be really weird because it's a lot of like, it's some
lopsided.
yeah.
Games.
So starting with Broncos Browns Thursday night.
Oh, this sucks because
Yeah.
the Browns are beat the hell up. It is this is the worst case scenario for them. But man, do the Broncos look like shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
Browns.
the Browns
Easy
are still
Browns.
good enough to beat the Broncos at home
But-
here for sure.
They're going to be down QB1, both running backs.
No,
Their
Mayfield's
top
playing.
wide
Yeah.
No, isn't he out? I thought he was out.
I mean, he's
Baker?
playing, but he's hurt, and like I
Hold
don't.
on. I'm looking up the
I'm
news.
going Denver Broncos.
Yeah, he's preparing to play Thursday.
I'm going Denver Broncos. We got it.
All right, coach starting 0-1 for the week.
No.
I'm so 50-50 on this because Cleveland's. I feel like I've done such a shit job predicting Cleveland this
Might
year.
be true.
I have to pick the Broncos.
Woo!
Wow. I'm picking the Browns. Go Browns. They
I'm
can
going
do
Browns.
it. If Baker's
All right.
playing, they're in. They got it.
Chiefs Titans.
This is so.
Yeah.
This is
This
a
is
mystery
this-
game,
this-
dude.
Which Titans? Do we know? Is it
Yeah,
the good
never
Titans
know.
or the bad
They're
Titans?
Two-Face.
Yep.
I'll go with Titans. I gotta go Titans.
Oh, man. I don't know.
The Chiefs have looked pretty bad. I think they're gonna look good this game. I think the Chiefs are gonna win.
Here's my thinking.
through their defense.
Yeah, dude. I didn't want to say it again, but Derrick
the
Henry's
Chiefs are
gonna
gonna
Derrick
throw
Henry.
for a million billion yards.
Yeah, but Derrick can run for
I don't
more.
think Mahomes has this many bad games in a row. I think he's
Derrick
gonna light it
Henry's
up.
gonna eat Patrick Mahomes.
for breakfast.
Yeah,
Derrick
he's
Henry's
gonna
bigger?
fold him into
No,
a pretzel.
no, I'm picking the Chiefs.
He hangs out with the coolest dudes.
Yeah. I don't know. Here's the thing, because Derrick Henry usually takes a half to get going, and by that point, Mahomes might have already thrown for 300 yards.
All right, I'm going Chiefs.
I don't know. Like, it's...
Man, that's actually a great point. Yeah, you might have convinced me.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Have they? I don't know. Have they been really doing that though? Has that been the first half?
Titans defense sucks,
Pretty
dude.
much, at least for Derrick Henry. Like he's you know, I mean that's kind of the style of running back he is too, where it's just like.
Well, no, I'm talking about Mahomes. I'm talking about has he been like lighting it up for the first half this year? I don't think it really has. He's been lighting up in the second half for the most part, dude.
That's probably true.
No, that's been the case quite a bit.
I still think the Chiefs got this. I think the Titans defense sucks.
I'm gonna stick with the Titans. I'm gonna stick Titans here.
I'm gonna say Chiefs. I think they'll probably pull it out on this one. They'll pull out their wieners on the Chiefs or on the Titans.
All right.
I will be picking the Tennessee Titans. For
Oh,
Mr.
all
Nick
right.
the Goblin has arrived.
Who is this man? What is this voice?
I had to continue the.
I'm the little football goblin. I'm
I had to continue the Chris Collinsworth.
I see. Well, he is a little football.
He is
guy,
a little-
honestly.
He is, yeah, absolutely.
Quite big, honestly.
Here's the guy who could
Is he
suck
dying?
my dick. I'd suck his dick. I love this man, Patrick Mahomes. I would do anything for him.
Hogs, Packers.
Go Hogs.
Go Hogs.
Yeah, Packers.
Wait, really? Yeah,
It's gonna be
Yeah, I'm gonna
Packers,
pick the Hogs, dude.
Oh,
Wow.
okay.
It's gonna be the Packers.
I'm
Now-
taking Packers.
To be fair, this does look like one of those games that the Packers
Trap
will
game.
just do something.
Could be a trap game.
Could be a trap game. But I'm still
Pick the
picking
trap
Packers.
game.
See,
Go Hogs.
me and Krendor talked about this last night, and we were saying this is that game. This is that game that everyone looks at as the Packers got to win this game. Like it's just like they're gonna win, right? And this is one of the games where they just don't.
Yeah.
I can
Yeah.
see it.
And
No, I agree, and that's what I think is actually going to happen.
yeah, and that's I have to pick the Washington football team.
There we go. Go Hogs.
Bengals, Ravens.
For the record, I picked the Packers, by the way, but I'm just
Yeah,
saying
and-
Hogs.
Yeah.
And also for the record, not go the organization, but the players are cool. Like they're
yeah.
at least for the most part, I imagine.
Exactly.
For the name, I think it's like 95%
Yeah.
of the name. for me.
Yeah. And I think
Yeah.
Ron Rivera is a good coach. I think he's
Yeah,
I
he's
like him.
Riverboat Ron.
Yeah.
He's a cool dude.
So, yeah. Just the management, the owners.
I think fuck Dan Snyder is
Yeah,
the overall
more or
thing
less.
that we're getting
that's
out of
the
here.
main
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
Ravens, Bengals.
Ravens.
Oh,
Yeah.
They just cannot lose right now, apparently.
I think they can. They're the Bengals. The
Wow.
Bengals gonna win.
God damn it, Krendor. Why are you guys doing this to me?
There's no way. No way.
I'm still taking the Ravens, but it's a divisional game, and
I'm looking at the Bengals schedule. I need to
If
see
the Bengals
previous
knew how to
games.
kick field goals, they'd be 5-1 right now.
That's a fact,
They
yeah.
beat the Vikings. They lost to the Bears. They beat the Steelers. They beat the Jags. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ravens.
Yeah.
Ravens.
Gotta be
If their
Ravens.
schedule was a little bit harder than that, yeah, but no, they've had kind of an easy schedule.
Ravens.
Is that everybody?
Ravens.
I'm
That's
taking
the
that.
Alright.
Ravens, yep.
Panthers, Giants.
Panthers. Giants are a fucking mess, dude.
Yeah,
They are a mess. Yeah, I'll go Panthers.
Bounce back, yeah, Panthers.
Yeah, I'd say Panthers. Yeah, I think Sammy D's gonna come through for him.
Yeah.
Sammy D's no.
There you go.
Get told, Sam Darnold. I know you listen.
Yeah, it's gonna be the Panthers.
Falcons, Dolphins.
Oh, God.
Cares?
That's a really great point.
Can we pick who cares?
Yeah, let's all
yeah.
just
Pick
pick
that
who
one.
cares for the whole thing. Just in that column of the sheet, it just says the words "who cares."
Who gives a shit? Yeah.
Dude, you know what I'm realizing? There's not any good locks. Like, not a lot
No,
of good
there's
locks.
not.
I
Oh, yeah.
disagree. I'll be locking the Arizona Cardinals.
Oh,
Yeah.
wait. You can't. You gotta wait your
Yeah,
turn.
you can't
you gotta
lock
wait your
ahead.
turn.
You can only retroactively lock.
You
You
can only
can't
call shotgun when
proactively
you can see the car, Sin. Everybody knows that.
I'll go Falcons.
I
I think I gotta go Falcons. Yeah.
I gotta go for the Dolphins.
It's the Falcons.
I gotta pick the Dolphins.
Yeah,
Dolphins
but
just
it's the
lost to the
Dolphins.
Jaguars.
Yeah, the
dude.
Titans lost to the Jaguars. Football don't make no sense, man.
He's right about that.
They should not have lost to the Jaguars. Let's
The
just get
Titans
that
lost to
clear.
the Jets too, so I
Yeah,
mean,
dude.
there's a lot of wild
Shit's all
things
messed
happening.
up.
Who you want? Who do you
All right,
want?
the Jets. I picked the Dolphins. Yeah, I picked the Dolphins.
Who's Invicta
Yeah.
pick?
I will be picking.
Oh, it's not so easy.
The Falcons have the third best. Yeah, I'm.
No, come on. You were so confident.
Going Dolphins.
Oh
All
my
right.
god.
Wow.
Jets, Patriots.
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 Yeah.
In fact,
Locking
lock.
Patriots.
Oh, I didn't get it in.
you.
He got it.
He did it.
He got
He
him.
did get it.
He got him.
All right.
Yeah, this is the Patriots.
Eagles, Raiders.
I picked Patriots, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I
was actually
assumed we
thinking
all
about it, but
picked Patriots.
every time I'm like, I mean, this could be the week, and then it's like, why? Like everyone's gonna. Like, I don't have to make this pick. Like, and every time I pick the Jets, they play like dog shit. So no,
Yeah.
Yeah.
fuck you, Jets. Fuck you.
Maybe you're gonna do it. Maybe you have the magic. Maybe they'll win.
No, I don't have the magic.
Eagles, Raiders.
Raiders.
Yeah, Raiders, I guess.
I'm taking the Eagles.
I kind of want to go Eagles too.
I'm taking the Raiders.
Nah, the Raiders are still the Raiders.
I don't
Yeah.
have faith in.
I still think the Raiders are frauds.
They
I
are,
think
but they're good enough to
they're-
beat the Eagles.
Yeah, but the Eagles randomly do good this season. For
Yeah,
no
they just
reason.
traded away Zach Ertz, though. That hurts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and Jalen Hurts is not doing that great. So
I think the
Yeah,
Raiders
he's
are like
bumping.
a 500 team still. I go
Raiders win.
I'm picking I'm sticking with it. You won't drive me away.
Yeah, I'll go Raiders, but I don't feel good about it. I'll say that.
Lions, Rams.
Look at the Rams.
You got it.
Oh, you.
Oh my God.
Look, my picks are insane this week. I need to get the easy lock. All right,
That's good.
I need
Yeah.
some points, man.
Yeah.
Although this
Rams
is the
pick.
Jared Goff revenge game.
It is the Jared. It is the Goff revenge, but
Or the Matt Stafford revenge game.
Right, whichever way you're
Wait,
going.
yeah, there's 2 revenge games. Wait, yeah.
you are insane if you're even thinking about this. Just pick the Rams and move on.
No, don't you fucking Krendor curse my lock, dude. That is some bullshit. Don't you fucking
I mean,
dare.
I haven't had
thinking
many
about
crazy
it.
picks so far.
I don't think the Rams are as good as their record shows, but they're better than the Lions.
No!
No.
He is insane.
Wow.
No, it won't happen again. You've had too many of these. And the Rams are going to win like 900-3, and I'm going to
Get up and walk away from the computer.
Yeah.
Hey, you know those five gifted
Dramatic
subs
effect.
you owe me for me beating you in fantasy?
Yeah.
We'll put double on this game that the Rams
Oh
win.
shit.
Oh, I'm not doing that. Kidding me?
So you're picking the Rams then?
No, I'm going Lions, but I don't know about it. But I got that feeling.
No,
there.
No,
Nah, that's just your IBS flaring up.
It might be, honestly.
They're very similar.
They are.
All right. Who's taking the luck? Who's taking it?
I'm locking the Bucks. Sorry.
Buccaneers, Bears.
Yeah, I'll take the Buccaneers.
All right.
Obviously, I'm
Give me
taking
them
the
Bucks.
Yeah.
I hate that Rob has taken my team on the fucking locks 2 weeks in a row, Rob. We've had a long-standing rule that your team, you get priority on the lock.
Hey, but his team's the Jets, man. That ain't fair.
That's not my problem.
I mean, I don't get priority
Hey,
on
man,
the Patriots.
give him this.
and locked
He has to
over my
sit there
Jets.
and watch garbage ass football. You got to watch your team win the Super Bowl. Give him this. Give him this.
And it was your QB who did it.
Ivory tower, man. Like you got the same treatment I did. We both got housing. It's fair.
Man.
Yeah, and it was your QB. He was the bad man. He
He
did
was
it.
not my quarterback when that happened. I have you know. You take that on the Patriots lock. Leave my fucking team alone.
No,
Tom
I'm scot free now,
Brady.
dude.
I
I don't have to deal shit with anyone.
Last
Tom Brady
year,
won't get
the
no
Bears
bye
beat
weeks.
the Buccaneers 20-19. Tom Brady
Oh,
did
shit.
bad.
It doesn't
I am
matter.
taking the Buccaneers, Krendor. Thank you.
Yeah.
The Bucks win.
Justin Fields ain't gonna. He's gonna get eaten for breakfast. He's gonna get eaten for breakfast.
Like Kyler Murray, or not Kyler Murray, like Patrick Mahomes.
Vita Vea is going to just walk forward slowly.
That
The
is-
game's gonna end.
I'm taking the
He's
Buccaneers.
gonna get stuck in his jersey.
Yeah, I'm taking the Buccaneers. I'm taking the
Fields
Buccaneers.
more like Justin Gields.
Meals.
Texans Cardinals.
Yeah.
Feels like a
Locking the Cardinals again because Rob picked my Buccaneers lock again.
Well, you did a lock already.
Cardinals.
No,
No,
he
No, remember he
forecasted
tried
a
to.
lot.
Yeah, he tried to forecast it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's 2 times now that my lock's been. Oh, you can't do that yet.
Everybody Cardinals.
You know the rules. You've been trying to call the rules.
Colts 49ers.
Oh.
Let's go with Colts.
Niners.
I'm gonna go Colts there.
I'm going to go
go
Colts. I'm going Colts.
Niners.
I'm with Niners.
Colts.
Yeah, I'm taking the Colts. Yeah.
I'm
Niners.
gonna take the Niners.
Niners is the only correct spot in that one.
Actually, yeah, give me the Niners here. I'm
Wow.
starting to feel like I made a mistake.
Wow.
No, I don't think the Niners win this. They got Trey Lance. He didn't look that great. Colts are good defense. Jonathan Taylor. I think they got.
Their defense is ranked 21st.
Yeah, but I think this is good enough to beat Trey Lance.
He doesn't mind so much the numbers and statistics of it all.
No,
you
no,
know?
no.
It's his gut feeling.
It's a feeling.
He's got a good feeling about
I'm telling you, it's your IBS.
Game of the week. Saints, Seahawks, Monday night.
I'm
Oh,
thinking
boy.
the New Orleans Saints.
Yeah, I'm taking the Saints.
I don't know, man. I mean, it's still Russell Wilson and the Seahawks,
Yeah,
right?
It's not
No,
Russell
it's
Wilson.
not Russell Wilson and the Seahawks.
Oh,
It's
that's
Geno
right.
Smith and the
It's Geno
Seahawks.
Smith. Oh, yeah, it's the Saints. Yeah.
But it's going to be the Seahawks.
Oh,
I mean, it might be.
what?
You
Seahawks.
liking the Seahawks?
I think it's an easy pick.
It is
Well-
Jameis Winston and the Saints. In
Well,
fairness.
You're telling me that the team that you've picked the worst, the Saints, that everyone's picked the worst except me, is an easy pick?
By 1 game this season. By 1 game.
They have Geno Smith.
And the Saints have Jameis Winston.
I'd trust Jameis
Against-
Winston over Geno Smith.
Nah.
Yeah.
The Seahawks.
They also have
The Seahawks are going to be
Taysom Hill.
pissed off. They're going to be pissed that they lost the way that they did, even though they tried to bribe the refs with that
They're
bullshit.
bad.
It's going to be the Seattle Seahawks at home versus the Aints.
All right, nice. I can pick up
You
a
know,
win
I'm
after the
getting
Lions
Seattle,
lose.
too. I'm picking Seattle too. Let's go. Let's go Seahawks.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh yeah, I gotta lock somebody. I'm locking the Packers. Screw. They'll probably still win. All right, here we go. Coin flip, Randy.
Oh God.
He's got the Broncos,
Okay.
Oh,
the Chiefs, the Packers,
Yeah.
the Ravens,
Wow.
the Panthers,
He's nailing it.
the Falcons,
Okay.
the Patriots,
Holy shit.
the
right.
Eagles,
Hmm.
the
All right.
Rams,
Deviated.
the Bears,
Oh.
Wow.
the
okay.
Texans,
Okay.
wrong.
the Colts,
Way wrong.
and the Saints.
Super
Okay.
wrong.
dude, like I'm looking at my own picks this week. I could legit I could go something O or O and something. Like that's what my week looks
Yeah.
like, I feel like. I'm either all or nothing right now.
Well, speaking of all or nothing, we're nothing. We're done. It's over. The show. I had to get out of there.
I
We
will be
made
happy
commits
to
after the
reclaim
podcast ends.
my Pickens crown after taking it seriously again. Number 1 next week.
All
We
right.
only exist in your mind,
I
Larry.
can't-
That's right.
Can't wait for my
Dun,
Lions win. It's going to be
dun,
good.
dun,
No.
So thank you
It's
very
gonna
much.
be my Dolphins win and my Washington win.
No. Like, comment, subscribe, YouTube lingo. Check it out. All the other stuff. And we'll see you next week.
Da, da, da.
Goodbye.
Dun,
Bum, 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 bum.
dun,
That's not the start of the show.